Medial epicondylitis, lateral epicondylitis, forearm pain in general, we want to rehab those with eccentrics. As we're using this hammer or any other lever like a golf club, hockey stick, dowel, we want to think about resisting or trying not to go through the concentric movement or the pull movement with these muscles. So it's going to be using these muscles as a braking mechanism to slowly let this lever fall down, then using the opposite hand to help this up. So if we're thinking all 6 of our ranges of motion, flexion, extension, radial, ulnar deviation, and that rotation or pronation, supination through that forearm, one of the best exercises we can go through for any sort of rehab, myotendinous rehab, is eccentrics. If we're going through all of our range of motion, we want to think pronation, supination, aka palm up, palm down motions. I'm going to slowly let this hammer fall inwards, eccentrically controlling that through my resistors here. Then I'm going to use my other hand to help that up. We can go through that nice and slow, repeated range of motion hundreds of times, but then going through the opposite range here, supination, trying to resist going further into supination or this rotation through my forearm here. Again, using that hand to pick up that lever, all the way back down. Again, rinse and repeat. Other ranges of motion we can go through, radial and ulnar deviation. So I'm going to slowly let this hammer slowly go down. And you don't have to use a hammer. Any golf club, hockey stick, dowel, slowly bringing that up with the other hand would work just fine. Opposite of that, we want to lift this up here, slowly going through my radial deviation or resisting that radial deviation, lifting that up, slowly coming down. Perfect. Flexion extension, one of the easiest ones. We want to go into flexion, slowly resisting that extension moment. And then exact opposite there, we can go into extension and slowly resist that as well. And again, always using the opposite hand to pull that back up, because we don't want to wrench these muscles further into the motion that you just did thousands of times.